My name's Bob. I'm the Project Director at the Big Dig at Paisley Abbey, and we're working here. We've been here for the last 4 or 5 weeks, and we're investigating the remains of the Great Drain and the monastery that was associated with Paisley Abbey. The drain runs approximately from that trench over there to this trench, over the diagonally across the road, and where it runs out, or the last known point of it, is on the grass towards the council buildings. So this would have acted as the main water supply and drain to the monastery that was part of the Abbey of Paisley. So while the Abbey and the place are pretty much on their own at the moment, surrounded by this open grass area, during the medieval period this would have been covered with buildings as part of the monastery, the accommodation, the kitchens, the latrines, and the drain is the only evidence we've got upstanding or below ground of where these buildings would have been. So by investigating the drain, we're hoping to cover more information about the monastery and the layout and the types of buildings that the drain's underneath. Quite often these drains were used maybe as a foundation for a larger building on top, maybe a 2 or 3 story building, or sometimes they were an open ditch between buildings. And certainly the drain here has quite a number of different architectural styles, and the bit where we are just now is actually a pointed Gothic arch, and it's probably one of the most impressive pieces of architecture in a monastic drain in Scotland. So it's well made, it's high status, so there's probably a building standing where we are now, part of the monastic buildings. Paisley Abbey, very important. It was one of in the top 10 richest Cluniac abbeys in Europe, so very important with the Stuarts. It's also an important pilgrimage site. So what we might have here is actually pilgrims accommodation or guest accommodation. So there's a whole range of possibilities of what the drain and the buildings associated might relate to, and that's again what we hope to uncover. To locate our drain, our trench at this part of the drain, is that there's 19th century references to the drain being uncovered and basically collapsing, and this tunnel was revealed then. And certainly where we are now is the drain, the roof of the drain is now concrete, and it probably relates to that 19th century collapse. So what we're trying to investigate here is what damage that collapse has done to the drain and the surrounding deposits, and also where it meets the medieval stonework, and that's what we're beginning to uncover in this trench just now. So the drain, the tunnel, has been known about in the 19th century, but then it was forgotten about, and part of this whole project is to rediscover the drain and associated buildings. I work with GUARD Archaeology. We're based in Glasgow, and we'll be back here working with Renfrewshire Council on Doors Open Day in September, where they'll be running a ballot, so members of the public, if they're lucky enough and get their names drawn, can actually go down into the drain, and that's over I think it's the first weekend in September. GUARD Archaeology Limited, based in Glasgow, and we've got a website that keeps updates on the work we're doing. We've got a Paisley Abbey blog, and there's more information about the Abbey, the excavations and other projects that we are undertaking throughout Scotland.